People of Egypt. Now, British People of Egypt is a fantasy, a saga about the gods of Egypt. I call it British People of Egypt because when you hear lines such as this, "Yo, Horus, Lord, yeah," then you're kind of scratching your head a little bit. You're wondering what the hell you're watching, what you're in for, actually. But okay, British People of Egypt is starring Gerard Butler. I would mention everybody else, but let's get to this and our pain, you know, of knowing that we watched this movie. Okay, Gods of Egypt. Horus is about to be crowned king by his brother Osiris. So Set, the god of war, the god of darkness, decides, you know what? I think I want to be king. So he's going to be king. He comes in. He takes out Osiris. He stabs him. Horus tries to stop him. He puts him down, and then he gouges out his eyes. And keep in mind, in this movie, the gods of Egypt, the British people of Egypt, the blood that they have is made of gold. They bleed gold. They bleed gold. All right. So Horus loses his power, so he exiles himself. Meanwhile, Set is running roughshod, killing other gods. I'd say this was a spoiler review, but this movie's all over the place. This movie's just a big, huge mess that it wouldn't make any difference, honestly, because keep in mind, he's taxing gods in the afterlife. He's taxing gods in the afterlife. Believe that? I don't. But anyways, he's taxing gods in the afterlife. He's killing off gods left and right. They're dropping like flies. So Horus has to find a way to stop him. In comes in this wannabe. A lot of reviewers said this wannabe Aladdin kind of character, and he really just does not. It doesn't mesh well with this movie because. So he decides he's gonna team up with Horus, but there's absolutely no chemistry between Horus and the other characters on this movie, including this generic version of Aladdin. Okay, so they team up reluctantly and they set out on a quest to stop Set from destroying the kingdom, and of course Ra, the sun god, is on this movie, played by one of the guys who made Pirates of the Caribbean a household name, and he does a really good job. Everybody's kind of pretty good on this movie. There's just so many plot holes. There's a lot of hollow characters on this movie. There's a lot of characters with no relationships. This movie, there's no relationships on this movie. There's no feeling on this movie. There's no chemistry between any of the characters at all, because the queen marries Set reluctantly, supposedly. So she tells Horus when she goes on a quest with him that it was against her will, and he's supposed to believe it. He's supposed to buy it. And see what I'm talking about? In the end, British People of Egypt is a listless affair because, with all due respect, I actually enjoyed this movie. I actually liked it for what it is. It's a special effects CGI mess. Extravaganza. And I had a good time watching it. Yes, I said British People of Egypt. British People of Egypt is actually a bright film. In that sense that you're having a great time watching all those great visuals and big, huge characters. It's a huge movie, and we're all supposed to buy it, okay? So British People of Egypt, I give this movie a 6 out of 10 because the movie wasn't necessarily, it wasn't a great film, but you're going to have a great time watching it. You definitely Redbox it. You definitely watch it on Netflix. You definitely buy it on DVD or Blu-ray. So now I'm going to tell you the controversy surrounding this film. This video I'm making, British people of Egypt, it's really just about the controversy surrounding this film. British people of Egypt. The reason I'm calling it British people of Egypt, because, okay, if you do your history, there's absolutely no record of any European settlers in Egypt. And this is BC, before Christ. So there's absolutely no record of it, okay? And there's another complaint on this movie that it's just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. There's accusations of racism from the director, and the director kind of leaves an apology over that, you know, the controversy surrounding this movie, and that there's no black actors on this movie. And keep in mind, there is a black lead on this movie. There is black actors on this movie. There's plenty of them. And I just don't see that. What I did see that really bothered me, was just really got to me, is that this British people, European, why don't they just call it European people of Egypt? Because it's got nothing, there's no Egyptian actors to speak of on this movie. There's absolutely, it's inconsistent, you know what I mean? That's my complaint about it. And Gerard Butler's character is just over the top. It's like they were looking for that 300 in him, that Leonidas character in him. You know, the one that says,
madness. This is
Egypt! You know what I mean? Alright, if you like what you see here, and please support this blog, and I will definitely be back, and I'll definitely keep making a fool out of myself for you guys, for the benefit and entertainment. You guys, and my reviews are definitely going to be professional, and I'll definitely keep bringing you this. And please keep an eye out for more videos, and please subscribe to this channel once again.